In the heart of the dense, foreboding woods, a man named Jacob found himself hopelessly lost as the sun dipped below the horizon. A shiver ran down his spine as the shadows grew longer and the once friendly trees seemed to close in on him. Jacob's flashlight flickered, its feeble beam struggling to penetrate the suffocating darkness. He stumbled over gnarled roots and fallen branches, his heart pounding with each step. He tried to follow the North Star's faint glow, but the thick canopy of trees obscured the night sky, leaving him disoriented and anxious. As he pressed on, the distant hoot of an owl echoed through the still air, making him jump. His breathing became shallow, and a bead of cold sweat trickled down his forehead. He couldn't shake the feeling that unseen eyes were watching him from the shadows, that every rustle of leaves masked some lurking presence. A distant whisper seemed to reach his ears, carried by the wind. He spun around, his flashlight casting eerie shadows that danced around the trees. "Hello," he called, his voice quivering. The forest seemed to absorb his words, leaving only an unsettling silence in response. Time lost its meaning as he stumbled forward, unsure if he was moving deeper into the woods or merely circling around the same haunted clearing. His pulse quickened as strange shapes appeared at the edge of his vision, twisting figures that vanished when he turned to face them. Then, a rustling emerged directly behind him. His heart raced as he spun around, illuminating a pair of glowing eyes with his failing flashlight. A guttural growl rumbled through the air, freezing him in place. The eyes drew nearer, revealing a monstrous creature, an amalgamation of twisted limbs and matted fur. Jacob's fear turned to frantic terror as he sprinted through the underbrush, the creature's heavy breath hot on his heels. The woods seemed to twist and contort around him, disorienting him further. He crashed through a thicket and stumbled into a small clearing dominated by an ancient, gnarled tree. Breathing heavily, he looked around for any sign of the creature, but the clearing was empty. The tree's branches creaked in the wind, casting eerie shadows that danced across the ground. Jacob's heart pounded, and a sinking feeling settled in his chest as he realized he was not alone. A raspy whisper, almost inaudible, slithered through the air. "You should never have come here, Jacob." His blood ran cold as he saw a figure standing in the shadow of the tree, a figure with long, bony fingers and eyes that seemed to pierce through his very soul. Terror surged through him as he realized he had stumbled into something beyond his understanding, something ancient and malevolent. He turned to flee, but his path was blocked by more shadowy figures, each with eyes that gleamed with hunger. As they closed in, Jacob's mind raced with thoughts of escape, but the forest had become an inescapable labyrinth of horror. His screams joined the chorus of the woods, a symphony of fear that echoed through the night, forever entwined with the tales of those who dared to enter the woods and never return.